it's Pokemon time again. Hopefully the comments aren't turned off automatically. I will address that in a sec. If you are not familiar with the Pokemon card design challenge, what I am going to do, I'm going to open up this unfortunately counterfeit pack of XY Ancient Origins cards. I'm going to do it upside down so I can't see what they are. I'm going to fan them out. I'm going to pick 3 of them at random, and whatever is on those 3 cards, as long as it's something I haven't done multiple times before in this series, those will be my prompts to create a brand new Pokemon. If they are repeats, don't worry, I have backup plans. Let's find out what's in the pack. There should be 10 cards in a pack. Once again, there is only 9. Again, counterfeit pack, that's what you get. Just for fun, the cards that are probably, question mark, not picked. Vespiquen, Belgium, Hex Maniac, Energy Recycler, Entei, and Rotom. We have seen all of these before in this series if you watched it. It's getting a little repetitive. This box of cards was not much of a variety. Registeel, Ariados, and Umbreon EX. I love Umbreon, that is my favorite Eeveelution. I've definitely used Ariados before, but we can combine this again. I don't know if I want to do Registeel in this combination. I've used Registeel before, it ends up looking like minions in a costume. Who's left in my pack of cards I haven't done yet? And apparently Hex Maniac is. I guess I should attempt to incorporate Hex Maniac. If you can hear strange noises in the background, kiddos playing, you know how it goes. Alright, so we are going to combine Umbreon EX with Ariados, and I am going to somehow incorporate the essence of this Hex Maniac trainer card. It says, until the end of your opponent's next turn, each Pokemon in play, in each player's hand, and in each player's discard pile has no abilities. This includes cards that come into play on that turn. You may play only 1 supporter card during your turn before your attack. That does mean that the ability on Ariados, Poisonous Nest, would be turned off. I'm going to interpret that to mean that when I am combining Umbreon and Ariados, it's not going to be a poison type, which is interesting. When I do this challenge, I ask you guys in the audience to come up with what you would have done differently, what you would name the Pokemon, what typing you think it is, and what moveset you think it has. I'm interpreting this Hex Maniac to mean that when we're making those decisions, it's not allowed to be a poison subtype, and it's not allowed to have poison type moves. So this is a leaf, possibly bug, combination with Umbreon. Everything about Umbreon, dark Eeveelution. By the way, yeah, I know all the time I say leaf. Technically, that's supposed to be grass. Why'd they put a leaf symbol on it? So here's the part where I just ramble at my camera before I start drawing so that I have voiceover. It's completely unscripted in these ones. First of all, yes, it's been a while since I've done one of these Pokemon series videos, and I'm about to tell you why. So the last time I did one of these, Pokemon was really popular because some of the really big name YouTubers, like one of the Paul brothers, had recently started doing Pokemon card openings on their channels. It put so much of a spotlight on Pokemon that suddenly there was a rush for all these ordinary people to go buy Pokemon cards, and places like Walmarts in the States were actually locking up or pulling their Pokemon merchandise because they had mobs of customers being rude and stealing and camping out and being terrible customers, being terrible to the employees. And keep in mind, this was still during mask mandates and stuff like that for the pandemic. So understandably, YouTube decided that this was a contentious topic, and they decided to turn off all of the community type features on that video. Nowhere in the back end did it tell me that commenting was suspended or anything like that. Like, I would understand if it actually automatically turned off comments for me and I could see that that switch was flipped. I would understand that, even if like it took away the ability for me as the channel owner to flip it back. I would understand, but it didn't. The back end made it look like comments were live and possible, but like I couldn't leave a comment on it myself. My comment that I usually leave at the top of my videos got deleted, and like other people could comment for a couple of hours, and by the time I went to like and reply to comments, they were gone. I still had the notifications that they were there, but they were all gone. And then I was noticing that like if I went in a different browser that I wasn't logged in and logged in as like a different account or whatever, there was no longer even the option to leave a comment. It looked like comments had been turned off. But again, in my back end, that was not indicated. It looked like comments were perfectly fine. It was weird. So I'm hoping that that doesn't happen on this video. I am hoping that you guys can participate in the comments down below. If you can't, that's what's happened, and that will mean that this series will have to continue to be on hiatus, unfortunately. I really do enjoy doing this. I'm getting down to the end of my cards. I have, let's see, I have 7 packs left after this, and as you saw in my unboxing part, I do have a stack of a few that I haven't done before. Once I get through those, I am just going to utilize online databases of all of the different Pokemon out there and randomize it myself. I used to do a lot of programming. I may make a randomizer for myself. I may see if one exists. I may start asking for audience participation. If you can hear my kiddo screaming in the background, she's chasing the cat around, probably mad that the cat's not staying where she's supposed to be. It's okay, nobody's being murdered. I'm going to be using Strathmore marker paper, by the way, for those who are curious. It is the 400 series, and what this is it's an acid-free, heavyweight, bleed-resistant marker paper. It's essentially Bristol board or cardstock, but it has been coated so that it handles alcohol ink better. I love grabbing these when they're on sale. I grabbed the A5 pads. I'm honestly not sure if this is technically A5 or if that's just the closest equivalent. They're 6 inches by 8 inches. They come in 24 sheet pads. And Strathmore, it tends to be ridiculously expensive when you find it full price. I'll grab it if it's $9 or less Canadian. I never pay more than that for it. I look for it when it's on sale. My other favorites for marker paper, I've mentioned this many times before in my videos, but in case you are hearing it for the first time, my other favorites, I love the Transotype marker paper. If you've ever bought Copic branded marker paper that is thin and coated, it's the same thing. Like the cover looks exactly the same too. They just replaced Transotype with the Copic logo. It is 70 GSM, very, very thin paper. Almost like tracing paper, but not quite as transparent, and it also has been coated. Sometimes it's called layout paper. It was definitely not made with artists in mind at first. It was made for like drafters, architects, but artists kind of took it over because alcohol ink is great. I might need to go save a cat. Hold on. Okay, where was I? Transotype paper. Yeah, so this, I buy it in A4 format. It actually says A4, 50 sheets, 70 GSM. This is by far the best thin marker paper I've ever found. I order it either on Amazon or from my favorite Canadian chain that ships all across the country, Curry's. I buy it when it's on sale. Once again, I don't spend too much on it. I really only draw in smaller formats, so I'll cut the A4 down into 2 A5s. It lasts a whole lot longer. I have bought multiple pads of this paper since I started using alcohol markers in the summer of 2018, and I have not got through the first pad yet, the first 50 sheets. I have 2 left in that pad. Other than that, Bristol is a really good paper for markers. It's nice and smooth, it's heavy, it can handle it. But really, if you don't want to spend too much, or if you don't know what you're looking for, just look for acid-free cardstock paper in the scrapbooking section of your local craft store. It'll do basically the same thing as Bristol, and it's not going to be quite so expensive. At this point in the video, you can see kind of what I'm going for. At this point, I have established a drawing of some sort, and I'm probably in the middle of coloring it. Really not sure how long this voiceover rambling is going to get us into the video. Remember, in the comments down below, at any point, whenever you think of your answers to these questions, leave them in the comments. I'd love to know what your answers are. I love it when we have different ideas about what's going on here. Tell me what you would have done differently to combine these cards. Tell me what you think the new Pokemon's name is. Tell me what you think the typing is, if it's single type or dual type, and what those types are. Tell me what you think the moveset would look like. You can go as plainly as to say, I think it would be mainly dark type moves, or you can specifically say it's gonna have Veil of Darkness and it's gonna have Endgame and it's probably just gonna have like some really simple normal in there like Swift, that kind of thing. Whatever you want, tell me in the comments down below. Let's have a debate. I love it when you disagree with me, it's more interesting. If you want to actually try this combination, feel free to send me a link to see what you've created, either on like Instagram, socials like that, or if you actually post a YouTube video, I'd love to see it. Friday's video is probably going to be watercolor. If you don't know, I do a lot of book blogging and I participate in a lot of book blog tours, and we're not paid to do those per se, but a lot of the companies will run draws, they'll run contests, and eventually you end up building up a lot of Amazon credit. The thing is, I build up American Amazon credit, and I'm Canadian, and you cannot convert American credit into Canadian credit on Amazon. The regional gift cards stay in their own regions. I build up quite a bit of credit to only use on Amazon.com. There are probably more useful things that I could use it on, but it really wouldn't make sense with the cost of the item and the import fees and all that. So I've given myself permission to spend my winnings frivolously on Amazon.com, and I got to the point now where I could check out with my first big ticket item. I ordered the full 48 pen set of Van Gogh watercolors, and I got an email that it is waiting in my community mailbox. I haven't gone down to get it yet because I am not prepared to take the 3-year-old outside yet for the day. So that's why it's not today's video. It will probably be Friday's video. I definitely had enough for the actual list price, but because I am not in the States, then there was import fees. I ended up paying $2.72 US total after all the gift cards to get this 48 pan set sent to me. I don't think the listing was even available on Canadian Amazon when I was looking, but according to Camel, looking at price histories, it was definitely a good deal, and for the most part, not my money. So yeah, that'll be Friday's video, probably. Unboxing, testing out, reviewing the full 48 half pan set of Van Gogh watercolors. I am so excited. I haven't had a new pan set in quite a while. I do have a couple of those ones as individual pans. I do really like them. I think they're very comparable to Cotman's. They do all have very good light fast ratings, so I won't be afraid to use them on anything. Since it's the full 48 set, it has the like knick-knacky colors. There's your basic colors, there's your convenience colors, and then there's your novelty colors. Novelty, that's the word I was looking for. I have been wanting to try Dusk Pink for over a year now, and I'm finally gonna get to try it. It's finally coming. I am so excited. Alright, voiceover Jenna back at the end because I was listening to a really good ebook and I forgot that I normally actually talk live about the piece at the end. Let me know in the comments down below. What are you naming this thing? What would you have done differently? What typing is it? What does the moveset look like? Remember that the Hex Maniac trainer meant that there's no special body abilities, and because of that we have to throw out the poison aspect of Ariados. I am calling this Ariadeon, and this is the new bug type evolution for Eevee. It will be classified as a grass type primarily because that's generally where the bugs go, but it is subtype bug, and it probably does have a dark type move in there since it's very closely related to Umbreon, and again, I can't use those poison type moves. Agree? Disagree? Let me know in the comments down below, and I will see you on Friday. If you're looking for more to watch, I've got some suggestions up on the left side of the screen now. Don't forget to like, comment, maybe even subscribe, and if you like living life creatively, whatever that means to you,
I'd love to have you along for the ride. Bye, guys!